go! Yes, everybody, we are back with some more cursed technique review. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guys begged and begged and begged and begged and literally did not stop harassing me until I did this part 2 of this video. So yes, we are here with the continuation of the last video where I graded your cursed techniques and gave them a grade. That sounded really redundant. Yes, I graded your cursed techniques in this video. Had a real good time reviewing the cursed techniques from last video, so yeah, obviously we're gonna go ahead and give this another spin. Real quick though, I will say that since we had such a massive amount, I am gonna throw a little challenge to you guys. If we get this video to 700 likes, which I definitely think should be possible, if we get this video to 700 likes, I will do a part 3 of this video if you guys manage to hit that goal. This part is probably not going to be as long as the last video just because I do have some other stuff on the agenda that I need to get to, but again, in your guys' court. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special announcement. I have a very special announcement. Did you see this? I have merch. Yes, I have merch. I have merch. You need to buy it. You need to buy it now. You need to buy it now. Go to the link in the description down below. Okay, go to the link down in the description below. Hit the merch. Okay, I have a limited time code. Don't tell anybody. It's first drop. You heard me. First drop. FIRSTDROP for a limited percentage off of your next purchase. Okay, please give me your money. Give me your money. It's very important. Okay, my editors are fucking expensive, and I can't keep containing them in the basement anymore, man. It's dangerous stuff out here. And also, for some reason, if you don't want any of the merch that I have on my site, go to animeexpress.com. Use my code DAFFY10, that is DAFFY10 for 10% off for your next purchase. Okay, bye. Checkmate Gamble. The user has Shikigami that all represent pieces in a chessboard. They get stronger and have all the previous abilities of the Shikigami that is weaker than it. The king and queen have all the abilities of the rest of the pieces. A rook has all the abilities of the knight, but the knight doesn't have the abilities of the rook. The higher the rank of the piece, or depending on how many moves they could normally generate on chessboard. So naturally, with maximum moves, the queen is the strongest, and the bishop, and the rook, and so on and so forth. If any of the Shikigami are destroyed, it takes about 3 minutes to recreate and revive them using the user's curse energy. And since it's your curse technique, you are the king, and it amplifies all your stats exponentially. Curse technique reversal is checkers. You create a checkerboard across a certain distance, and if anyone steps onto it, you can teleport to their space and attack, kill, / harm them. After them, make any other moves after they move one time on the board. If they are not dead after the first attack, you have to wait until they move again to attack against them. Domain expansion, Death to the King. The sure hit immediately places the targets on respective spots of their choosing. If there are multiple people that are in the domain of the opposing side of the caster, then the opponent with the higher output takes priority over 2 opposing the caster, meaning they would have to choose in their space to place themselves. Everyone in the domain can only move once, and once each team. So if there are multiple people opposing the caster, they have to choose amongst themselves who will move this turn. I like this. To me, only because I'm such a visual learner, I do get kind of lost reading this. I am going to give this a minus. It is only thing that's kind of weak for me is the abilities and the powers of the Shikigami that talks about in the first part, but I like the domain expansion. I like the curse technique reversal. I rock with this. I rock with this. This is a good one. And a lot of people sent me like essays worth of their curse techniques, which I'm not really looking for. Condense it. Something about this length, possibly a little shorter, is what I'm looking for. Not to say that I can't read, but you're not going to get an A just because of length alone. I understand you want to get into it as deep as you can. That's fine. But word vomit is kind of a thing. So yeah, I'm going to give this an A-. Good job. Also, real quick, guys, please make sure you join the Discord as well if you guys want to post some more submissions. You guys want to just hang out. We also are going to be doing movie nights moving forward. I believe this week we're going to be watching Rush Hour on Saturday night, so make sure you tap in on that as well. Also, if you're still here, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It's free! We have Blazing Radiance. Blazing Radiance is a curse technique that allows the user to emit heat or cold. This ranges from blood to skin to basically everything in and out of the user's body, as long as it is the user's body. When concentrated on a single body part, the temperature will slowly spread throughout the body. While it gives the user nigh immunity to the temperature they emit, it doesn't provide immunity to the temperature in general. For example, if the user heats up an object, it won't harm them, but if an object has been heated up by a different source, then the heat from that object has the capacity to harm the user. Technique reversal follows the same rules as lapse, except instead of heat, it's cold. Technique extension, temperature shock. The user cools one hand and heats up the other. then contact is made with a limb of their choice, producing effects found in cases of thermal shock. So kind of like Todoroki from My Hero, okay. Technique extension 2, scalding/freezing bodily fluids by heating up or cooling down their saliva, blood, etc. The user gives themselves a ranged option, though they can just use debris. So kind of like piercing blood, I would have to imagine. Or making a spear out of your blood or something like that. Maximum technique, scorched earth. Intense amounts of cursed energy is poured into the technique, producing heat that melts the surroundings of the user. During this state, the user is susceptible to dying from dehydration and receiving very amounts of burns due to the amount of heat created. I like this. It is a little basic though. I will say it is a little basic. It's effective, it's basic, but it's missing a little oomph. I will definitely say that the domain expansion of this is a bit weak, in my personal opinion. I'm not really feeling that domain expansion. It's your fire. It's just Coffin of the Burning Mountain. It's Jogo's, right? So not really feeling that domain expansion. I'm gonna give this a solid B to a B minus. Very nice attempt though. I appreciate it. We have Ken with Moonlit. This technique enables Katsuro to absorb curse energy into his bat. I'm assuming this is your OC. I'm assuming this is your own original character. To absorb curse energy into his bat, storing it for later release. He can condense this energy at the bat's end, priming it for a devastating attack. When he swings it, it unleashes a shockwave, a crescent-shaped air slash infused with curse energy. The power of this technique is amplified by Katsuro's monstrous physique, allowing for large-scale destruction where he releases the crescent at full strength. He can also control its size and intensity of the crescents, making it a versatile technique that integrates seamlessly with his unorthodox fighting style. Think of Ichigo's Tenshos or Slayer breathing styles, but for real. I'm not necessarily a fan of those, but we'll see. He can unleash smaller, weaker crescent attacks before the bat is completely charged, but he always requires an object to store the energy. While he typically uses his bat, he can also absorb curse energy into other organic objects like swords, axes, or even simple sticks and rocks, but only inorganic objects. Domain expansion, Moonlit Heaven. When Katsuro activates his domain expansion, the environment transforms to a serene yet imposing landscape illuminated by a bright full moon. The ground is a smooth, reflective surface that glows with a silvery light, creating a tranquil yet powerful atmosphere. The air is saturated with cursed energy, enhancing Katsuro's abilities to their peak. Domain effects, Crescent Barrage. Inside this domain, Katsuro's sure hit can unleash a series of rapid cursed energy slashes with each swing of his bat. These slashes can vary in size and intensity, overwhelming opponents with a relentless flurry of attacks. Energy amplification. I must confess, man, I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna give this a C. Me personally, these kinds of slashes and things like that, it's simple, and I like the fact you can store energy in other things such as sticks, rocks, and things like that. We've seen stuff like that. Crescent Shield. I mean, Crescent Shield, that's cool, right? This is basically a Moon Knight if he was in JJK. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Lunar Convergence. At the climax of the battle, Katsuro can summon a crescent wave of energy that radiates from the moon overhead. This wave lashes over the battlefield, dealing immense damage to all enemies within its radius. The power of this attack is magnified by the energy. I'm not really feeling this, to be completely honest. Again, probably a C. Just a solid C to C plus maybe. But this isn't. I'm not loving this. Not loving it. Not doing it for me, man. Good attempt though. I appreciate the attempt. Good job. We have Man-Eater Wendigo. The user summons a Shikigami called the Wendigo, who is a monster that stalks and eats humans. The user summons the Shikigami by biting their body part and having that said part to bleed. Abilities. The Wendigo has exceptional eyesight, hearing, sense of smell, superior strength and speed, and stealth. Weaknesses. When the Shikigami dies, the user must eat one of their body parts in order to come back to life. I do like that. The more vital the body part is, the stronger the Shikigami is. Example, if the user eats its eyeball instead of its finger, the Shikigami gets a 20% increase in strength and power than would be if the user ate their finger, which would give them about 4% increase. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Domain expansion, Night of the Hunt. The domain puts the target in a forest. The user is the predator and the target is the prey. The user of the domain gets possessed by the Wendigo, getting his strength, senses, and hunting capabilities. The sure hit effect is once the target gets bit, it gives the target necrosis and spreads over the body and kills them slowly. Ooh, I give this an A. Solid A. I like this. This is creative. I like it. Now, I'm familiar with Wendigo lore, things from Until Dawn and all that kind of stuff, but I do like the fact that sacrificing your body part is going to give a different stat buff on each body part you do. So some body parts are going to be more effective than others. Like your eye is going to be very pivotal because you're one of your essential 5 senses. So I like this. Good job. I was reading this at first. I wasn't really feeling it, but as I kept going, I really started to feel it. So Solid A. Good job. We're going to transition over to the YouTube real quick. We have PGC underscore PT. I'm not reading all that. Curse technique, imaginary limit. Works similarly to Megami's 10 Shadows technique, but instead of summoning Shikigami, the user of imaginary limit can summon anything they imagine. Oh my god, no. Dude, this could be really good or really bad. Oh god. Please be good. Please be good. Please stop copying stuff that you just saw from the original series. For example, they could summon 10 full power Sukunas and make them fight for them, except they would become brain dead if they tried that. Okay. The downside of this curse technique is that it damages parts of the brain every time it is used. The weaker the creation is, though, less damage does to the brain. That way is balanced and works like Inumaki's cursed speech. Ooh. But could you summon like 10 round deers? Or could you summon like one Maharaga and one round deer so the round deer can heal you? Or like what? Obviously a Maharaga would do like super massive damage to you anyway. Have like a concussion or something. Domain expansion. Expanding imagination. This domain allows the user or imaginary limit to use their curse technique with no restrictions. The sure hit effect of the domain will be the sure hit of any other domain to the effect. What the fuck? The sure hit effect of the domain will be the sure hit effect of any other domain that the user can think of. For example, if the user thinks about Gojo's Unlimited Void or Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine while casting the domain, that would be the sure hit effect of the user's domain. What the fuck? I like everything but the domain expansion, to be completely honest. I'm tired of the copy. I'm tired of it. It's overused. It's overdone. I see what you're saying, no, but it's just that it's not really original for me. It's not doing anything for you. I do like the imaginary limit technique itself, though. Only thing is that I was like, maybe something that you could maybe kind of spice it up with is like if you would just try to summon, because what I originally read that as is if you tried to summon 10 full power Sukunas, they would be brain dead. Or something like that. Like they just be just like empty husks just walking around with like no brain function. But I see what you're saying with the fact that like they can only put so much in their brain. So I like this. You know, you could summon, I don't know, like 10,000 fleeing rabbits or something, and it wouldn't really hurt your brain as much. But I'm gonna give this a C+. That domain expansion kills it for me, man. I do not like that at all. I like this, but just a little more, just a little more. That's what I need. We have Anthony Crank 6406. Curse technique, soul domination, allows the user to interact, control, and devour the souls of his opponents. It allows the user to weaponize not only their curse energy but also their own soul, creating constructs of weapons, limbs, and even living beings. Many Hydras think Alucard's dog form, so long as they have the stamina. They can also eat other souls to gain the victim's strength, memories, and skills. However, they must make physical contact with the target to use this ability. So this is like Mahito, but a step up. Domain expansion, Soulless Abyss. The user trapped their foe in a dark underground cavern filled with skulls and black tar, which slowly drains the opponent's vitality while they're in it. The sure hit of this is the tar being used like soul constructs, only on a much larger and restricted scale. Weakness, this technique drains a lot of curse energy. Plus, the user must constantly devour souls to replenish both that and their curse energy, as pushing themselves too hard can be fatal. While devouring souls from animals and plants can keep them healthy for a time, devouring human souls or cursed spirits gives the most energy. Those of said souls, especially cursed spirits, can be revolting. So this is kind of a combination of Mahito and Geto's abilities. I don't hate this. I don't hate it. I give this a B-. This is B-, borderline C+ for myself personally, because I like the souls. Only thing is we've seen that before with Mahito. That's a big thing for me. But I understand trying to make a play on it. But I like the description of the domain expansion as well. It's very horror-esque, so I think it'd be pretty good. X-Man 34 Washair, name Decay. Effects, allows you to decay anything you touch in the dust while active. It can also be combined with other curse techniques to create effects. Also can be used on things without curse energy, although to a slower effect. Domain expansion, a large desert. Everything within is decayed into sand. The ray is the same as non-animate objects. Bro, this is just Shigaraki from My Hero. You get a fat ass F. No, come on, bro. Ain't even got the same that. You ain't even try. Why waste your time typing, brother? I appreciate the comment, I do. But we can do better than that, chat. Come on now, stop it. We have Galaxy Bug, Siphon. Effects, when hit with Siphon, the opponent will have a large mark on their body. Any unused curse energy will be stolen, equivalent to the amount of damage taken by the body. Like you have a shallow cut, it wouldn't give you a whole lot of curse energy, but if you had some broken bones or missing body parts, the amount would be way higher. if you use reverse curse technique on Siphon, you could get that stolen curse energy to someone else, but you would have to get the curse energy first before you can use reverse curse technique to send them. I have to read this 3 times. What? Let me reread this again. Am I dumb? I'm not understanding this. I don't understand that last part. I might be stupid. It's also very late when I'm recording this, but we'll see. The technique to slowly use curse energy needs to be turned on and off if you want to use it or not waste the curse energy you just stole. Domain expansion. Vampirism of the soul. Anyone who is caught by the domain will have the curse energy and physical strength stolen from them and given to the user of Siphon until the domain is closed or they perish. As for the appearance of the domain, it's this cold, dark stone walls the inside of a dungeon with rolling fog across the floor. The only light that can be seen is from the torches on the walls, the faint scent of rot in the air. Maybe because I'm a Destiny player and like Thorn is one of my favorite guns to use, but I'm used to like vampirism and things like that. I do like the markings, like the tattoos, kind of reminds me of Iso in Kechizu's blood manipulation, but I give this a solid C. I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything absurdly wrong with it or anything like that. To me, it's just fine. We have Mira with plasma manipulation. Stronger than Jogo's fire-based technique, but it takes a lot more cursed energy. Basic uses: covering your fists in plasma-like cursed energy infused attacks, using accumulated plasma as a projectile. Stronger usages: plasma lance, kind of like Chose's concentrated blood beam with plasma, short duration, easier to aim. Electric-like form of plasma. This is a mode that can be applied to all usages, takes more curse energy, but has conductivity, chance to create a chain reaction. Plasma can be used to boost the user in any given direction. It's a high burst of plasma, so it's quite powerful. Domain expansion. Fires of Nova simply sets a 150mm region on fire. With simple plasma, can be adjusted to be further or smaller. I don't know, man. I don't love this. I must confess, I don't love this. I'm not trying to be a harsh grader here. Genuinely, I'm not. But I mean, this is just Fire 2.0. I've seen stuff like this before, man. I need something a little more, man. You're almost there. I see something cooking up in your skull. But I need you to just jump, just take that leap and just like, give me a little more. Like, you could do all these things with fire abilities like we've seen, right? Like just come on, brother. You almost there. But yeah, that will do it for this curse technique energy video. This video's gone long enough, I believe. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this round. Like I said, if you guys give this video to 700 likes, I will do a part 3 to this video because there are still so many things I have not gone over. But yeah, I was a little bit of a harsh grader on this one. You guys I appreciate the effort, I appreciate the comments, but just give me a little more, guys. I believe in you. Anyway, guys, it's me, boy Daffy. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and have a good one. Peace.